The Los Angeles Times calls him LA's new king this morning after the four-time MVP agreed to a 4-year, $154 million contract with the Lakers.
$154 million. With that much money, you could buy more than 54,000 Hondas or 400 homes, or about 120,000 refrigerators. That's how much money LeBron James will make to play in the NBA for the next 4 years.
Shot clock down to 4, down to 3. Look at the defense by January, all over Vandersloot. And then Cheyenne Parker steps up and drills a 3.
While playing and practicing like the men, female basketball players' paychecks don't include as many zeros. The WNBA max salary caps at a little more than $117,000, compared to NBA referees who make $150,000.
As a rookie, my salary started at 48, ended at 52. So that's a rookie first round draft pick. That's the number. I would say on average, we're making 85 on average. And that might be pushing it.
On top of being a professional athlete, Cheyenne Parker models, takes a business program offered by the league, and in the offseason, like a lot of other players, instead of vacationing, she's strapping up to play again, this time overseas to supplement her income.
No, there is no offseason. And if you do have one, it's very short. And then, like for instance, this time I had about a month. And in that month, I was in 5 different states. It was exhausting. I'm not gonna lie, it was exhausting. I'll probably actually wear this tomorrow.
Parker tried to fit some other work projects in before returning to Chicago Sky training camps over the summer. Black Enterprise says female players can earn about 15 times more playing in a league overseas. But earning that stability comes at a price.
How long can you sustain a lifestyle of really having like a 1 month off season because you feel like you have to play 2 seasons?
It goes back to all the injuries that occur in the WNBA. They say, oh, well, it's because they're women. No, it's not. In fact, it's because of the work that we have to put in.
Diamond DeShields showing that upper level athleticism.
I was like, this isn't something that I would like to keep doing, So how can I figure out a way to improve my own situation and then my sister, my future daughter, etc.
Some said Diamond DeShields was out of bounds when she decided to leave the University of Tennessee a year early to play overseas. She had already graduated but was eligible to play for Tennessee for another year.
So at that point, in my mind, it was kind of like, well, if I come back and I play, this is me now working for free.
You had to think in terms of being a provider almost.
Right, yeah. Absolutely.
Diamond, now in her second season, still plays overseas to supplement her income. She also has a clothing line to help fund her other projects, including a women's amateur athletic team she sponsors.
Do you feel like that is fair to have to work more than one job just to make a wage that you're comfortable with and to be called a professional athlete?
I don't think it's fair, right? But it's the reality of it, and I'm not one of the people to dwell on like problems. At the end of the day, it's not happening for us. The main thing that I'm focused on outside of basketball is just expanding the platform that I already have, and then utilizing it properly to help contribute to the growth of the game of women's basketball.
And that's something that Cheyenne mentioned too, like you feel this personal responsibility to help grow not just the WNBA, but like women's basketball in general.
Right.
Why is that?
You want to make it mean more, that we all have this like uphill battle as far as like equal pay, equal rights, equal opportunity, just equality in general.
The issue of equal pay is not specific to women's basketball. You can look to Forbes' 2018 highest paid athletes list to prove it. It didn't include a single woman. The year before, tennis player Serena Williams was the only female athlete to make the list. Tennis is one of the very few sports credited with getting it right.
Everyone thinks women should be thrilled when we get crumbs, okay? And I want women to have the cake, the icing, and the cherry on top too.
That's because of Billie Jean King. The former professional tennis player threatened to boycott the U.S. Open in 1973 over pay disparities. As a result, it became the first major tournament to give both the male and female winners equal prize money.
The pay disparity between the men and women is just too large, and we want to continue to fight.
Similar fights are still happening. The world title-holding U.S. women's soccer team sued USA Soccer to get paid as much as the men who hadn't won a title in years. And more than 200 U.S. women's hockey players said they won't play professionally in the 2019 season unless they can make a sustainable living.
To entertain the other side of this, there are, in my research, people who will say that the WNBA season is shorter, brings in less money, of course they're going to make less. Is that a fair argument to make?
They are actually accommodating us so that we can go overseas, to give us that chance, that option. Because if they were to extend the season, we wouldn't be able to go overseas, and then we wouldn't make the money that we need to make. We cannot survive off of the money we make here. As an athlete, as a professional athlete who needs to invest in their body and buy the $2,000 Normatec to take care of your body, or to invest in a trainer who you have to pay $2,000 a week. You know, these are things that professional athletes have to afford to do, and off of the salaries that we make here, it's impossible to.
Can you imagine what your life would be like if you didn't do all that other stuff and you just tried to live off of what you made in the WNBA? Is that even an option for you?
It's not an option.
Why is that laughable, though?
Because it's just not an option.
DeShields and Parker are hopeful one day the WNBA will be able to pay its athletes millions of dollars.
So what is your message to the sporting industry about why women deserve to make just as much as men do?
Just wake up and realize that without women, where are we at? You know, if you take women completely out of the equation, where are we? And if you really ask yourself that and really think about that, that's really all that needs to be said. That itself explains why we deserve to be paid, because what do we do for the world? Quite a lot.